Eyeshadow part 2. I know you want to know what to do if you have hooded eyes. Hooded eyes refers to the skin over the supraorbital margin right here. That you can feel that bone up there. There's a hole that your eyeball sits in, and then that bone right there, the skin on top, this is your hood. Okay, mine is not very droopy, but if it was, I'd consider blepharoplasty. It's about $2,500 and you can have that skin removed. It's not right for everybody, but you should know it's an option if it really bothers you, and it can make a huge difference in the way that you look. But you can also do a few little tricks with eyeshadow, and I will show you one now. So with that darker shade of neutral that we use, this one right here, just gonna take a little wiggle of that, and I'm gonna hook up. So instead of coming down, I'm just gonna swing up. So I'm making this little curve, and I can see a little bit of shadow occurring there. I want a little bit more. This is a really safe color to play with. Very, very easy to work with shadows, okay? They're not super intense. You can't really make too many mistakes. You can just keep layering on, which is super easy. So just hook up right here, and then also make sure that the tail of your brow does not extend beyond where it should. And for the ratios to be ideal, you wanna take a straight edge, line it up with your nostril and the outside corner of your eye, where your eyeball slit that holds your eye in, where it stops. That's what I'm talking about. And then make sure your brows stop right there. Okay, if you have any hair beyond that, and I do a little bit, you want to get rid of that. That's going to visually pull your face down. The other thing that's really important for hooded eyes is that you don't stop your shadow right in the crease. This distance right here, for some people it's quite large, for some people it's almost non-existent, and everything in between. But this right here often goes untreated because we just don't know what to do with it. So here's what happens when you take your makeup brush. You're actually putting it up underneath this supraorbital margin that sticks out, okay? So your brush is like this. You have to get comfortable taking it upwards and stretching it all the way to your brow bone with a little bit of leftover color, okay? This is probably the scariest part of eyeshadow right here, and the part that people just don't do because they don't know what to do. The color is super important. Stick with a flesh tone. If it doesn't look like somebody's skin, it's not the right color. And also make sure that it's a matte, and make sure that it's a really easy to use shadow that isn't so intense. A lot of the professional shadows are just honestly too hard to work with for the average person. So make sure that you're taking care of this skin right here by treating it with a color that kind of pushes it back. Remember, color is going to push back and brightness is going to bring things forward.